Hello to my friends at SeemsGoodMagic.com. This is Travis, Simulant Sowers. We are doing some more Shadow Sealed. It is the format of PTQs and PTQQs and PPTQs. It is the relevant sealed format at the moment. And I still stand that there's not really enough sealed videos done. I think there's more people playing sealed now that the leagues are out. But like being able to sit down and watch a sealed video is just not something you can do as much these days. Also did really well at a sealed PTQ recently, about 2 weeks ago, and I'm looking to start jamming some more sealed events this week, so figured doing one to get back in practice may help. And these Phantom ones are really nice because you can just sit down and record the build, the 3 rounds, and then jump into it. Reminder before we get started, there are hours and hours and hours of recorded footage of me doing sealed videos as well as drafts and a little bit of constructed at my stream, which is twitch.tv/Simulan. Took a few days off last week to stream 2 other games that I was really interested in, Stellaris and Total War Warhammer. But am back to Magic mostly these days. And like you can always join live, but I just figured I'd mention there's all that stuff recorded. So if you are really into like, I need to watch more draft videos and more sealed videos right this second, you can go do that, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we'll pause this until the queue fills up and then start building a sealed deck. All right, here we go. Eventually. What? Whoa. Ah! Magic Online. Go drunk, you're home. So we're just after the servers came up, and we're also just after my system forcibly upgraded me to Windows 10. So I'm not sure if that has something to do with this or not. There's the PTQ we're scheduled. Nope, that's this. There's the PTQ. Anyway, okay, here's our pool. Let's see if we can build some cards. All right, cool. It only ate like 2 minutes. I should be able to build a pool without worrying too much about that. Let's get a nice big preview card here and see what we're working with. To the S Laughter, meh. I mean, it's okay. We'll play it, but ooh, Ever After, Burn From Within. These are cards I'm interested in playing in sealed. Fevered Visions can be a thing too. You kind of want to be in a deck that can empty your hand and take advantage of the cards, but there's times where this can be good. Gorger's kind of meh, but I mean, if you're playing red, maybe you play it. And Corrupted Graphstone is basically unplayable. I see an Angelic Purge. I like that too. Let's see what we've got for each color. So typically what I'll do in sealed is just bring down the playables for each color and then kind of move to the side of them the reasons to be in that color, and then we'll kind of see where we are. So let's get everything going here. I guess I can move this over so you can see the whole card because we don't need like this much room. Let's see. So like there's a separate pile for playable and good. And I know like Nahiri's Machinations can be good in the right deck. Open the Armory can be good in the right deck. That's not really what I'm looking for here. Just like general good cards. So like I don't see amazing equipment over here, which makes me think that the Missionaries, which is usually a reason to be white, probably isn't here. Like we've got 1 skeleton key and I'm probably not going to play it. So it's just a Hill Giant, which is fine. But reasons to be white are Griffspoon and Purge. And the rest of this is just kind of good to medium filler. Like Missionaries are kind of bad, Inquisitors are kind of bad, Dauntless Cathar is actually pretty good. You know, the rest of it's just kind of filler. These are both easily splashable if we want to go in that direction, but like here's our reasons to be white. Decent removal and a way to make something evasive. Blue is not typically amazing in sealed, but you need to look through the cards and see if you've got the deck. Pro tip, we don't. Like essentially here's our playable blue cards, and that's even being generous and counting Trail of Evidence. None of it's actually good other than the 2 Stormrider Spirits, which, you know, again, you can splash if you need to. That's nice. We can rule out blue pretty quickly. Black we're pretty interested in. Let's see what we've got here, just because the rares look like they line up. Actually like Accomplice okay. We'll see. Well, there's a skeleton. Whoa. Hey there. So yeah, we are very interested in black. So it's got power cards on its own that like make you just want to play it. Throttle doesn't really belong in that camp, but sure. Like all of these cards are pseudo reasons to be black. Another reason is we've got 3 cards, 3.5 cards, 4.5 cards that combo with Call the Bloodline. Like, Indulgent Aristocrat is BFFs forever with Call the Bloodline. Sanitarium Skeleton is like they knew each other in high school. Ghoulcaller's Accomplice, they played when they were toddlers. Stallion of Ashmouth sort of knows who the guy is. And the twins are probably dating because that's just the best thing ever. So, like, we're super interested in black. It's going to be hard to get us off of black at this point. Interestingly, it would combo with red because it would let the Bloodsworn potentially, like, do a thing. I do see some Pack Guardians over here, so maybe not. Let's see what we've got over here. I really don't like Village Messenger, even if we're aggressive. It's just not really what I'm up for. Twitching Voice is fine. Hellpack Wolf is fine. I mean, Masquerade if you get it going, I guess. I'm really, really not digging what's happening here. Like, Black-Red is something to pay attention to. Burn from Within is really the only draw. The fact that green, I'm already seeing a Hinterland Logger over here and a Fork in the Road, which means we could splash this Burn from Within. Means I probably ain't going in that direction. But, I mean, this might be something. So let's see what green's got going on. I'm actually okay with one Might Beyond Reason usually. Yeah, green's just looking way better. And a Groundskeeper? To another combo with Call the Bloodline? Like, I don't know that you should just play this anyway, but I might. Like, it could go with the Fork in the Road if we want to play more of them. That could even let us play Purge and Burn from Within in the same deck and just splash for both of those as our removal and have something great. Ever After is even a pseudo combo with Call the Bloodline. You want to be careful and make sure you're not building the Call the Bloodline deck when you don't need to. But so let's get rid of the stuff that we're probably not going to play. Like, if we play blue, it would be as a splash. I'm not entirely sure what our second color is going to be yet. I know that this Thraben Gargoyle is going to be in any deck we make because it's just good. So let's see what black's doing and what's going on here. So we're excited about black because we've got meh removal. We're basically interested in these combos. I think green is going to be something I'm pretty excited about because it gives us some derpy big creatures, a little bit more early interactivity, and the ability to basically splash whatever we want. Like, if I just play this Fork in the Road, we're not really enabling Delirium for anything. Like, if we get a bonus for our Piggy, that's great. Like, I'm assuredly splashing this Burn from Within. I might even splash the Gottstoff Arsonist just to have another big thing. Like, I like my decks to be around. Like, the Groundskeeper's tempting, but it kind of sucks if you don't get it going. Well, I guess you can get it going with Call, you can get it going with Fork. It does something with Pack Guardian at least. I just don't love the card on its own. Like, I kind of just like another big thing to kill people with. That's usually what ends games of Sealed. I could also see an argument for splashing the Angelic Purge too. Like, we've got a Stone Quarry and a couple of Warped Landscapes. We can kind of play anything that we want. Our removal isn't amazing. I'm also happy with the Crow because, like, it could mill something forever after. Like, that's pretty cool. You mill your Dire Swine and then get it back. We got a Macabre Waltz. I should probably just put another creature in here and be happy with it. Like, we can play one mountain with the Fork in the Road and the Weirding Wood and have everything we need out of green. Am I really just playing green for the fixing? Let's look at red. Because a lot of what green's giving me, I really like the Pack Guardian, don't get me wrong, and you will get a free win off of Jenny Loggins on occasion. But what if we just do the red? Like, the youths are pretty good, and or another pseudo combo with Call the Bloodline. I get that we won't always have that. These guys are basically the same thing as the other 5/4. We get the Wolf, which I don't love, but I mean, it's fine. We could probably play the Sanguinary Mages here if we wanted to. We would probably actually play that 1-drop guy. Did we get the 1-drop guy? Yeah. Like, giving these guys madness is not stupid irrelevant. I wonder if you could even play Masquerade in this deck. Like, we don't really have a lot of other discard things. But this deck doesn't look bad either. It's got all the combos, more vampires to combo with the aristocrat. Some pretty big stuff, like it doesn't have a 6/6, and it doesn't have the flash potential of the Pack Guardian. But like, this may just be better on our mana. I could even try if I wanted to splash a Purge, because the removal is not great here. Like, the only way we've got to interact with their dudes is a Burn from Within, a Throttle, and a To the S Laughter. It's actually a really interesting build. I like it. I think there's multiple builds here. Like, not enough of our creatures are 100% vampires for us to be in on that. But I could see where you could run over somebody with the Masquerade. I could also see where it's just not going to do anything. Malevolent Whispers isn't crazy. Again, we don't have a lot of madness outlets, so I'm not looking at this as this is a madness deck. If that's the case, then I should just play the green, because the green stuff is more inherently powerful. I'm trying to build a bad aggro / synergy deck, so let's just play the green. That's where our power is. Like, big dudes win games of sealed. That's how it works. Brah. So, like, this gives us decent removal, and that we still have the burn. We've got all the removal we had in the red. We've got dudes. We've got stuff. So let's just find another creature and jam it in here and call it a deck. It could be the Gotstoff Arsonist if I just want another big thing. Like, that's a card that you typically would ignore in draft. I mean, like, play him if you got him, sure, but you're not going nuts over it. Whereas here, it's just a big thing to attack your opponent with some minor interactions with the cult, sure. Like, I wouldn't normally consider, hey, we got a splash for this guy, he's amazing, but I think it's just going to be easy to get the mana. I could see Bob doing a thing too. Because, again, we could discard a land, this, and get it back, and we're probably going to play Warped Landscape, and it goes with the Fork in the Road. So maybe Bob's just fine. Actually, maybe Bob's just better than a Vampire Noble. Like, the difference between a 3/2 and a 2/3 is not colossal. And the fact that Bob's got plenty of shenanigans to go on here is fine. We're not really looking to get Delirium for this, so it's kind of a hill giant. I could just cut that and play the Vampire Noble. Like, if we're going to try to trade off the Stallion for one of their things. Although, to be fair, we are going to have the opportunity to get Delirium going with this. But I don't think that's what I'm after. Like, we're playing, what, 2 instants? Yeah, I think this is where I want to be. I could see an argument for the red one, but I think you're just trying to build a bad aggro deck. And I could even see an argument for trying to get the Angelic Purge in here, too. But I don't want too much air in the deck. I've defaulted a lot to playing 18 lands and sealed, but I don't think this deck needs it. We've got a lot to do at 1 and 2. Basically all of this with the exception of Macabre Waltz. I can just sit over here. But like, all of this stuff is stuff we can cast early, which we're interested in. And some of it, the Fork in the Road and the Weirding Wood, actually get us more mana. So I don't think I want to run 18 here. I do want a landscape. I think I want 1 mountain that lets us get it with Fork, Wood, this, or that. So there's 4 sources for 2 cards. That's plenty. And the rest we can hedge. Mostly black, a little bit of green. Because I need the green to be able to get our stuff. So I think I like 8/7. Because there's a world in which we're going to use a Fork in the Road to get another green so we can cast our Pack Guardian or our Dire Swine. But these don't have to come on curve either. And I think we've got to auto mull hands that don't have black. So yeah, let's call this a deck and run it through the first round. I think I'm digging this one, and I think if this is a PTQ pool, I'd be pretty happy with it. So Groovy, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you right back for the games in just uno momentado. I talk good.